Good morning, good morning. As you can see, it's still dark outside. This is not, I'm not being paid to do this clip or this information. Like I always say, I was like sharing information, right? Um, right now that, trying to zoom in on here because I know when the vehicle cranks up, it actually, this drops your average miles per gallon will drop because the vehicle is just sitting still. But this is on my way. I should have recorded while I was driving. So what happened that with Liver Noise Motorsports, I have that tune, which is pretty nice. Actually, I like Dylan. I like that tune out of all the tunes that I bought, even just the purchase itself, not just the tune, the purchase itself. You have most companies at any time that you're asking for a different tune. From me knowing in the past that you have to pay for those tunes, right? I'm not going to call the company's name, but I'm speaking about Liver Noise because I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? If I wasn't happy, I'd also mention about it also. The thing I like about it is that, if you want a tune or any updates, you get that for free, a request, and it's so easy, once you fill out the request form, it goes in, and you have those guys down there who works like, oh wow, endlessly, man. And plus, on top of that, when you call, far as every time I call, I've always had someone who will help me out, right? If not, they'll find someone who could, give me information towards what I'm seeking and stuff like that. So it's never a moment, I haven't had one time that Jim like, hold on, I have somebody that I'm doing the tune for right now, but just hold 1 second. Let me put them on a hold. I think it's something I could answer real quick, and I appreciate that. I'm still willing to hold if that person wanted me to hold. Because I know it's gonna be worth the wait, right? So that's the thing about it. But driving here this morning, I put that tune, which they call it fires, on the almost like a hybrid. I think they call it eco, right? And it allows the vehicle to stay in that, well, I have the power boost for one, which allows it to stay in that hybrid mode while you're driving a little bit longer. And I've noticed that because, to be honest, I've never had coming to work, my average, and I go the same route, 21 miles per gallon, and that's going to make a big difference on, as you can see, on my gas usage. And I think from coming here, looking at my average, it used to be like 18.5, hardly must see 19, but this morning I definitely never seen over a 20. Fire is like on the same route that I'm driving, right? I can see 20 on if I'm on a steady, route. If I'm going a distance, or let's just say if I'm just in the city, but this, I went on the highway and came on the city, right? Like I said, the same route that I ride, hit the highway, come back here. I'm not saying I'm getting 21 on the highway, but then by the time I got off the highway coming here, I'm at 21.2, and it's great. I mean, the difference I notice on it takes off a little bit more smooth. But the one I have is the Eco Performance, right? Which, if I wanted to, I could still hit on it. If I hit on it, I could still jump out the hole. But taking off, it seems like it's a little bit smoother. And what it allows you to do is that now, from taking off in the, as a normal takeoff, right? I'm not talking about stumping it. Normal takeoff, that usually the engine will kick in, right? Go to the gas from the electric, unless you're moving off real slow. But on the average takeoff, it usually would go into fuel. Now it doesn't go right into it. I'm trying to monitor to see when it gets around. I guess it still has to learn itself. You know what I mean? Because one thing I noticed, that after I installed it, I was washing the vehicle, and by washing the vehicle, I let it run, and it usually shut off. But I think it was learning itself, and it stayed running for a while. Whereas I think it's still gonna learn itself more, because I noticed around, usually around 35, 40, that, on a straight distance, that it will go into hybrid mode also. I noticed I was expecting it to do it, around 45, 50, but it's learning itself. So I think that it'll probably, after a while, kick in. But I definitely could see the difference as to that 21.2 for this morning. Another thing too I noticed about the tune is that at times when you put in the new tune for learning, you'll notice that I have noticed. So everybody's might experience it differently. That it takes a while. Let's just, for instance, like on this power boost that usually, let's just say from before, it'll shut off, right? When I come to the light. But I think after I, put a tune in, I was taking it for a drive. It took a while, just like yesterday. It actually stayed running for at least about a good 15 minutes, I would say. Whereas usually when I have it there, it's on hybrid mode, and it'll probably crank up for about a minute to 2 minutes to charge the battery, and then it's on hybrid mode again for, like, let's just say next almost 20-30 minutes. But yesterday, sitting there, it stayed running for like a good, like I say, 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes, the least 15 minutes. But I know it was learning itself. So, I would say don't get paranoid and feel like something's not working. When it gets like that, I think more that it's learning. It's, the program is kicking in, and, it's all part of the programming, even after you put everything in. So definitely, I could say I could see a difference from this morning. I never seen a 21, on the same route that I'm taking every day, come to work at the same time. Temperature is about the same, but I wish I, did the one for yesterday and compare for today. But definitely happy about the tune. I haven't stumped it yet, Fires, but all it is I have the performance tune, but I could install just the performance tune, but then the eco performance, which allows, like I say, the vehicle to run, because it's not all the time I want to be stumping it, in eco mode more often, and it'll save me more fuel. And like I said, these numbers is not lying for sure. Definitely impressed. Like I said, it's not a video that I was paid to do or nothing like that. I share information that I have. And yeah, hope y'all like it, share it. And I'm not sure what the other tunes are they have for the regular vehicles, as far as the fuel saving and stuff like that. But I know for the power boost, yeah, it's a plus. Again, take care, be safe, one love.